I'm Gwonkee. This is my updated any percent tutorial. So I personally learned the game from Fireborn's any percent tutorial, but it is starting to get a bit old and we have some new movement. So just a disclaimer, this is not going over any boss fights. This is just for the movement. So you're going to see everything other than the boss fights. Other than that, it's going to be in two parts. It'll go to Lumafly Lantern, and then once I get Lantern, it will be another video. And I'll make sure to timestamp every split. So let's get started. So to start, when you open inventory, it uncaps your fall speed, and it also makes it so you won't hard fall. So what you're going to do at the start is open your menu to gain control of your character, and then once you've opened your menu, you're going to hold right and open your inventory until you fall here, and you'll be able to instantly walk. Then as far as King's Pass goes, it is pretty straightforward. You're basically just going to go the intended route, and there's a couple things to note. The biggest thing is when you turn around, you want to take these turnarounds as tight as possible. And you don't want to go like this, even if you're landing on the very edge. Obviously, it's not helping you, right? You want to just make them as tight as possible. So poke at this thing. This Vengefly is a bit annoying, but he'll give you different positions. You just got to go like that. Sometimes you have to drop down here in order to bait him up high enough. But either way, just go up here. Then for this part, this is kind of important. So let me make sure I have my save state button found. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump as late as possible, and you can use the ground starting to crack as like a visual audio cue, whatever. You just want to jump as late as possible, and you just got to get a feel for this. So like that, and you won't hard fall. You'll soft fall. Normally, the game is scripted so that you hard fall here. You just got to mini hop to avoid it. You also have to land on the upper part of that. Anyway, you continue here. I like to use this as a visual cue, this little line here. This is when I swing my nail. Then down slash the third hit and walk right. Then for the visual cue on when to hit the door, you have this black line in the background, right as your character walks on top of that. And you'll know you got a really good distance if you swing your first nail and it doesn't knock you back. Then for this, you just either walk off or jump, it doesn't matter. Open your inventory and close it. And what this does is it cancels the hard fall. The way inventory hard fall canceling works is it'll cancel your hard fall if you're in your inventory, and what counts as being in your inventory is before you gain control. So if you gain control and can start moving right before you touch the ground, you did it too early. And that goes for the whole run, anytime you inventory drop. The reason we don't inventory drop from the top is because moving right is our only goal. So once you get to this grass right after this pole, or you can start before, it doesn't matter, just buffer jumps throughout the whole thing because you walk really slow in Dermot. So you just have to keep jumping the whole time. And I will get to the end of here. So when you get to here, you're going to walk off the second stair, and don't jump immediately. If you buffer the jump, you're going to land on this, and you're going to clip the thing. So most people use this little rock as a lineup. I just walked it off this and jump a little bit after. That's a buffer jump. I messed it up there. There, I made it into the well. That's perfectly fine. So this room, not anything worth going over. You just walk to the left. This room has two options. You have the middle drop and the right drop. If you do the right drop, you basically just jump at this grass, bonk the ceiling here, or at the left side of this grass, bonk the ceiling and drop, and then open your inventory right here, just to the left of this like wire or whatever. If you do middle drop, you go to the middle of these like ways to fall. So basically, the advantages of doing middle drop, you have overall less chance of getting hit, but if you get hit, it's likely you'll get hit multiple times unless you specifically avoid it, which is somewhat hard to do after getting hit once. Right drop, it seems you get hit more often, but you'll pretty much only ever get hit once. So it's up to you. Either way, this is right drop, so you get hit. Nothing you can do about it. Just reopen inventory and go in the middle. In order, if you get hit once in middle drop, in order to avoid it, you have to hug one of these walls and then drop again. And obviously these tick-ticks are on cycles, but you have to hug one of these walls on the left. Because the one that hits you is on the right. It's this guy. He'll hit you again. So you have to avoid that. Anyway, you go into this room. I use this thing hanging in the background as a visual cue. I drop on the left side of it, and then hug this wall right here as you go down. Then what you're going to do is do a mini hop right here, and that is to avoid bonking here because you build up fall speed before falling. We're going to do that a lot in the run, just mini hopping before you get to like a certain transition or anywhere, just to gain up more fall speed before you fall. Otherwise, we'll bonk on this and lose like an extremely small amount of time. That doesn't matter, but it is worth because it's free. So this room can be pretty difficult. So basically, what we're going to do is kill this guy, and then we're going to want to go up to this platform up here that I'll show you. We're going to go up to here, and the visual cue for when to jump off this is when you see these two aspids start spawning. So basically, we are going to sit so that our body is covering the left edge of this gate, and then as soon as we see the two aspids spawn, you want to jump, and you have to buffer the jump off of this platform as fast as possible. You have to jump and hit this spike to the right as early as possible. And this will always work. Like that. And just hold right. That's all there is to it. It really just comes down to practice. I would do it again, but you can just rewind. That's basically the best example I can give. Some people choose to do the bottom plat, and XTU has a tutorial on how to do that, so I recommend checking that out. But anyway, let's go to the next room. So the next room is a cycle. What you're going to want to do is jump from this piece of grass I see. Jump here, and then do anything but a full jump. If you full jump the second jump, it's not going to work. So let me show that one more time. You're going to want to jump from this piece of grass here, and you'll land here and buffer another jump. And you just want to make it as low as possible over this guy. So you're going to want to jump and make it over this guy without getting hit. But also, if you full jump, you won't be able to jump early enough to make it past the second guy. So I'll show it one more time, just all the way through the room, and then I'm going to go to the next room. Just like that, and you can poke at that guy, and then just keep walking right. Apologies for the notification. Anyway, so this room is very straightforward. You just hold right, up slash this guy. There is one optimization that you can do for it. So when you get to here, do a full jump off this. And what this will do is avoid well, I got it there, but most of the time you'll avoid the freeze frames because the Vengefly dies to the Gome. And if you do that full jump and then keep doing jumps at the end of the room, it'll make the Vengefly not die to the Gome. And when the Vengefly dies to the Gome, it gives you freeze frames. So this room, there's nothing here. You just jump as early as possible from this and turn left. This room is Statue Pogo. I'll show it once. That's all there is to the room. It can be pretty difficult when you're starting out. This doesn't save very much time, so you can just not do it if you want and just jump up the platforms normally. But the biggest thing is just making it past this tick-tick. I don't really have a visual cue. I kind of just jump from a good spot, like right next to here, I guess. You just get used to the spot over time. And then you're going to stop holding right for just a second to poke at the statue and hold right again. So if I'll fill this fly, I'll show you what the movement looks like normally. It's just that. And yeah, you just have to practice that. It's something to get used to. And this tick-tick won't be in the way. So continue on. This room is pretty straightforward. There's a couple things worth noting. Here, you have these three guys, and they can give you different patterns. If for this pattern, for example, what I'm going to do is jump over this guy, and then I'm going to jump over this guy and fall in between these guys, because this guy will always jump when he sees you, when you get close to him. The things worth noting with this guy is if this guy hits the ceiling, the game thinks you hit the ceiling, and it eats your jump upward momentum, and you'll fall. That can also apply sometimes if he hits this wall. I don't know why that is, it just happens. He'll never hit the ceiling if you don't up slash him, or unless he hits this wall. But as long as he's not next to this wall, he'll never hit the ceiling unless you up slash him. So that's worth noting. You can also jump while you're holding left and pogo him. I'll show that because it's not worth showing me walk under here. So Oh, that was a very bad example. I will try to show it one more time. You can just do that over him. So anyway, into the next room. This is False Knight. This is a very straightforward fight. There's not much to it. Again, I'm gonna heal, but you obviously don't want to heal because this is entirely scripted. So for these guys, you want to try to jump outside of their aggro zones. So this is a picture of their aggro zones. You can see this yellow box here. This is when they're gonna aggro you. So you want to get used to what that distance is and jump over it. And they won't aggro if you pogo them. They'll only aggro once you get into this box. So try to aggro them, as many of them as you can, to the left so that you get their geo, because if the False Knight dies on the left side, you won't have time to run all the way to the right side of the arena. So anyway, jump over here. I pogoed a little bit low, so I dipped into his aggro zone for a second. That's a bad example. The visual cue for when the arena starts is right here. The edge. I just used the edge of this circular shell right here. But anyway, this is how this fight goes. 13 hits, and then you're just gonna hit him 8 times and break this door. So 13 hits, I prefer to up slash him. Just stand next to him and up slash. And then if he gives you a big hop back, you lose time. If he doesn't, you can usually just keep hitting him. But that was a bit bad, but it's pretty straightforward. You basically just hit him as fast as you can. I paused, so it messed me up a bit, but anyway, hit him 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what I'm gonna explain real quick, and what I'm gonna do is up slash, forward slash, down slash. The last one can be in down or up, it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you get out, and then you're gonna clear this edge right here. And that door fracks on its 8th swing, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, so anyway, continue on. There's not much about this room. You just do this, and then continue on to the right, and continue into here. So you don't need to pick up this bench here, because this bench will automatically save you on the way out, so you never actually have to bench there. Although we will quit out to that bench later. But for now, we're just going to grab the Vengeful Spirit and wait while we go in the mound. So the Balder is a 50% chance to shoot a Balder and 50% chance to shoot Infection. So basically, what we're going to want to do is sit there and wait and hope we get lucky, because we need him to shoot a Balder so we can get enough soul. There's one optimization coming up here. If this guy is on the left, I'm going to bait him over to the left so I can show it. If he's on the right, you just jump and up slash these planks normally. But if he's on the left, what you can do, pretend he was on the left. At this pole, we're going to forward slash and then delay and up slash. Like that. And you won't take any knockback. And you won't have to stop to hit these planks. Other than that, if you're low on Geo, I'd say like 12, like under 13. Basically, I'd probably fireball that guy and it only loses 0.3. 0.5 to the version I just did where you don't take any knockback, but 0.3 if he's on the right, in order to fireball that guy. So it's pretty worth it. Gives you 3 geo if you're low, that is. I jump from this edge. This is a visual cue right here. I full jump and then, oops, you're supposed to up slash that. You just continue on. So here we're gonna, oh my gosh, my game is lagging for no reason. Can this guy go back to a spot? Jump, pogo, down slash, and you want to delay your down slash so that you hit both of these. I messed it up there, but you can down slash both of these and not stop your fall. So just up slash this guy, walk left, up slash this guy, and then do these jumps. This guy will never go under the platform unless you're in current patch. Then that's unfortunate for you. But this guy will never go under the platform. So basically, I'm sorry. Continue on here. This is the Balder. We're going to fireball him twice, and that's because we can fireball him twice. If we fireball a 3rd time, he'll get stunned again. And we don't want that because we want him to start spitting. So here we wait. We get a Balder first try. That's good. Sometimes you can just shoot infection spits for a long time. That's unlucky. There's nothing you can do about it. Here we're going to jump. Oops, sorry. Jump, down slash, and then down slap again. And then just walk left. And then continue on. You want to inventory drop there, and then just walk left, hit this lever, and walk out. I have a visual cue, just jump anywhere after the left side of this paper, so jump here, full jump, and then just continue. We need to get 2 or 6 hits of soul here. Always get these two, and then the Gruzers are RNG, and then I always get these 2. And then sometimes you can get like an extra. You only really need 6 though. So this is the Balder glitch or Balder skip. We're gonna walk to this pole right here, and then we're gonna walk back past this edge, fireball, and then walk left, and it'll hit it 4 times because the fireball hitbox gets stuck off screen. So walk to this pole, fireball left, and then just walk left, and that'll kill him. So now this is why we needed the other 3 soul is for this jump. This is a fireball skip. This is something you gotta practice a lot. Basically, we're just gonna jump as late as possible and make sure you have quick cast on in your keybinds. That'll make your fireballs come out much quicker. You basically need it for this. And for the rest of the game as well. It's just so much better. But jump, turn around fireball, and land. And if you have extra fireballs, you can do this with more. But it's pretty easy to get down. Or it's pretty easy once you get it down. It can be pretty difficult when you're starting. It doesn't lose that much time to go around on this one, but we got a couple more coming up that do lose a lot of time to miss. This is the hardest one, though. Overall, just make sure you go as late as possible because it's really a lot about stopping your fall speed and resetting it. To prove that point, I will do 3 forward fireballs. That's why the fall speed matters so much. Anyway, let's continue. Go into Greenpath, or finish the Greenpath split, go into Mothwing Cloak. This room is very straightforward. For this, you're just gonna pogo and basically press pogo and jump at the same time. Not actually at the same time. I press pogo like 1 frame or 2 frames after it or something, but then you just buffer another down slash, and you'll pogo twice. That goes for both of these. For here, you're just gonna jump off the left side of this platform and pogo. If he's on the left, you do exactly the same thing, but then you just jump and down slash here, and you'll always get over him, and he'll aggro to the right. This guy, we're gonna do the same thing. What I tried to do is land on him, but basically we're just gonna try to pogo the front of him and pogo again. If you can't, it's unfortunate, but there's more soul to get later on. So normally you're gonna have about 5 soul exiting this. So like about 5. Here you can jump at this bar right here, and you can sometimes hit those birds. I got a bit unlucky there, but it is what it is. There's a lot of ways to do this. You can land up here and then mini hop and hit those, or that you can jump under this platform and still hit them. But it's really up to you. These guys you should always get. They will give you a tiny bit of freeze frames, but you get 2 soul. You need at least 7 out of this room, but you preferably 8 or more. So for this is the second fireball skip. Basically, it's the same exact thing, except you don't want to fireball as late. For the first one, you want to fireball really late, and that'll help you. For this one, you just fireball at the top, and it's pretty straightforward. This can be done with 1 fireball. Oops, I will try to show that. If I can hit it. There we go. That's a 1 fireball. If you have plenty of soul, you can do it with 3, technically. Oops. Which is really unnecessary. You should try to just learn this with 2. Most people just do it with 2. I do it with 1 if I don't have enough soul, but other than that, if you miss, you can do this. Grab this guy, walk a left, and then bait him right here. Preferably he hits the bottom of that, but you can just pogo him up. That's going to lose you a lot of time though, so try not to. You hit this guy once or twice, depending on if he attacks quick or not. Then this Moss Charger, we're gonna forward slash it when it gets really close to us. Then we're gonna up slash, forward slash, and I'll show you what that looks like. Forward slash, forward slash. Sometimes I let go of left for just a second if we're too close to him, because I don't want to run into him. But yeah, so that'll give us soul and geo. Going into the next room, we can do a late jump here. Excuse me. A late jump here, and then turn around and fireball twice. The only difference between this one and the last one were if you jump really early here, you'll bonk your head and you can't actually make the skip. Whereas on the other one, you can jump really early and then have a really good turnaround to save it. Other than that, there's a soul totem here if you need to recover some soul, but it's not too bad once you get it down. This can also be done with 1 fireball, by the way. But yeah, so let's continue on. this has a really terrible ceiling here. So if you look, there's like a ceiling that sometimes you just can't get over. You're too tall to make it up between this. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Just watch out. Make sure you know where that hitbox is. But if you take damage, it doesn't really matter in this split. So let's go to the next room. I'm going to show you what this room looks like just all the way through. There's not much to talk about in it. You just kind of do it. I'm just going to show. And if this guy's on the right, you don't have to pogo him. You can just jump here and then jump up. But yeah, hit this guy through the floor. There's not much to talk about. This guy's kind of annoying to deal with. Sometimes a lot of people will fall when they're just starting out. But it's alright. It happens to everyone. Just continue. I'm going to set a save state here. If you're practicing the next room, it won't work unless you save state outside the room. I don't know why that is. It just doesn't. But anyway, for this Moss Knight, the easy strat is to hit once and then fireball, fireball, fireball. That's what Fireborn's teaching in his guide. But since then, we've found a way to manipulate him so he jumps back. And then we can fireball him twice. And the second one will double when he jumps back. So I'm going to show what that looks like. And that is completely consistent. I will show you what my visual cue is for it, so that I do it correctly every time. Basically, this only works when your nail comes in contact with this yellow square right here. So your nail hitbox looks like this. You want your nailed hitbox to come in contact with that, and that's when he'll start waking up. But other than that, what I try to do is just stand right on the edge of this pile of leaves when I do my first forward slash or up slash or whatever. And then you have to jump at him. You like jump toward him and he'll get scared. And this is just something you have to practice the timing for. There's not much to it. This, you just do the jumps. Jump, 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 jump. And then now we have the Vengeful King. If you didn't get the double, then you're gonna have to do some extra soul collection because you need 7 hits for the Vengeful King. But if you did get it, then you're gonna be chilling. Basically, you can sometimes pogo both of those guys at the same time, but if you don't, it's fine. Just hit that guy twice. Sometimes they'll be on the left. You just up slash the Vengeful and pogo the second guy. Either way, you get at least 2 hits no matter what. And then if you didn't get it, this is what you're gonna want to do: up slash, forward slash, up slash. And that's if you didn't get it. If you did get it, just up slash both of them, and then up slash, backslash, and then this is the Vengeful King quick kill. What you're gonna want to do, and that's all there really is to it. I'm gonna explain a couple more things. My goal basically is to so your nail hitbox stays out for multiple frames, and what I'm gonna do is swing before I get there and then move my nail hitbox into him, and that will make sure I'm at max range when hitting him because you want to be as far away as possible. You can try to use a lineup. I don't have any lineup with the rock because I always just jump from here. And then swing, and if he's too close, sometimes your fireball will go through him. If you mess it up and you kill him while he screams, you're gonna soft lock your game. So just be aware of that. But yeah, other than that, just practice this. Try to get it down, and then I do a little mini hop to the right to pick up any geo, and then walk left. Then sometimes I'll try to pogo and backslash this guy for more soul for Hornet. Oh, there's a visual cue here I didn't mention. I jump at this foreground right here, that I'm standing in front of. Jump there and full hop into the transition. Here we're gonna do a little mini hop so we don't brush against that block. Then here we're gonna mini hop around. Then this is another moss treasure. We're gonna do the same way as before. Forward slash, up slash, forward slash. And if you delay your last forward slash, you can save a little bit of time, but usually you're gonna lose a bit of geo. Unless you hop, you can usually get most of it. But ideally you want to get at least like 6, but you can usually get all 8. Anyway, that's about it. I'm not going to be talking about bosses. If you want to watch how to fight Hornet, you can check out Fireborn's guide. It is very good. I'll link it in the description. The reason I'm not talking about bosses is because they haven't changed much since that guide, whereas the movement has changed a lot. But the bosses, we don't really do them much different. Overall, we just got better at them. But there's not a lot of different strats that have changed. So I'm going to work back to Ancestral Mound. Normally what you're going to do is kill Hornet and quit out after you grab Mothwing Cloak, and it'll bring you here. So for this, let me give myself dash. Pretend we killed Hornet. Oops, not claw. Dash. Pretend we killed Hornet. We're just gonna dash out of this room. For this, dash, 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 inventory drop, dash, and jump around. And if I haven't mentioned, you can cancel your dash with inventories, so that you don't go your maximum distance. That's another benefit. So for this, we're gonna dash once, jump, dash to build up fall speed, and then dash, and dash right. Dash, full jump, dash, dash left, and just try to cut this. Make sure you dash like actually off the ground so that you can get your dash back and dash high. Otherwise, if you like dash, if you like dash and jump and then you dash early, you'll have to wait till you get to the ground to dash left. And that's just worth noting. This room can be pretty difficult when you're starting out, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna don't press any directions when you walk into this room. You're gonna dash and buffer a jump, and this is called coyote frames. It's also useful for fireball skips. You can basically jump once you've already left the platform for a few frames. In this situation, because we dashed, we can do it better, but sorry. Just buffer a jump out of your dash and then start holding left. And then once you get to here, you're gonna dash, and the queue for where to inventory is this little like rock here. There's like a bunch of them, but this one in particular, I like to be just on the slightly on the left side of that. So when I dash inventory, that'll bring me down. If you're just starting out, don't worry about the statue pogo. Just dash left or dash right twice. But otherwise, when you're falling, you want to like cancel your inventory and then move right and pogo the statue. So you only have to dash once. Oops, this is a mistake. I will try one more time to demonstrate. And you can just do that. Then for this room, this is a pretty difficult room. It's going to take a bit of practice to get down. You just want to dash right and inventory here. And then cancel that earlier than you think. Everyone cancels it late when they start out. I always cancel it late and dunked in the acid. If you cancel it late, you're going to fall in this acid bowl right here. But just dash right once and inventory. Then walk left, and what you're going to want to do is dash as late as possible off this. You'll know if you dash too late and you didn't get your dash back, for example, like this, if there's no dust cloud behind you. So when you dash off the ground, you get a dust cloud. Notice the dust cloud behind me? So you'll know you did it right, like there I did it wrong because there was no dust cloud. I did it wrong again. There's the dust cloud, and that's how you know you did it right, because you need your dash. So after you do this, you're just going to hold right, hold right, and do this, and then setting slash. So you don't have to do that slash at the end. It can be a bit scary. It's also a bit risky because you lose time and fall in the acid if you miss it. But again, you're just going to do this. If you don't see the dust cloud, what you're going to want to do is land on this platform and then just continue the normal way, because you need your dash for the end. If you don't want to do the setting slash at the end, and I'll explain how that works in a second, this is the option you do. You just land on this platform and dash. But the setting slash, basically what it is you're turning around and hitting this platform here, and that's going to push you just far enough to the right so that you don't fall in this acid pool. And that's 100% consistent. As long as you turn around and hit this and then just hold right, it'll always work. So yeah, if you want to do that, it'll save like 0.2 or 0.3. If you don't, you could just land on this platform and then just walk off. And you just want to try to grab or just hug this wall right here as you fall. Then, yeah, that's all there is to that room. Anyway, next room. Dash, 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 mini hop, dash, mini hop, dash, mini hop, dash. It's a really simple room. This next room, dash left and weave between those, or dash right, sorry, weave between those. And once you get to here, you're going to drop and go left, right, left, pogo, and then delay your dash just a tiny bit so you don't block this platform at the end. So left, right, left, pogo, and then you don't want to land on this because if you touch this, you're going to be losing like 0.1. If you do touch it, it's totally fine. But the point is, you're going to weave left, right, left, dash, pogo, and I accidentally clipped it there. If you do clip it, just dash in the top of the transition. Otherwise, you want to just land on the ground and dash left. So this room doesn't really require an explanation. Just dash left. The next room is pretty easy once you get it down. It's just a bunch of pogoing and dashing. This one, it's worth noting, don't do this. Like if you go high, because you're going to hard fall there, and you obviously want to avoid all hard falling. So pogo dash a bit lower over that. So you land here, then mini hop here. And when you land on this platform, make sure you actually land on it. You're just going to dash right, and then fall. Don't inventory. And then dash left, and then mini hop and then transition. For this room, this is e-pogo room, so I'm going to go over this. It's not as hard as it looks. It's it looks kind of scary at first, but it's pretty straightforward. Just walk left, dash, pogo dash, and try to make it around there without landing. I try to delay that pogo so that I don't pogo myself into that guy. So this is E-pogo. I'm gonna set a save state here. So basically, you're gonna inventory, dash left and up slash, then I'll just do the trick, and then I'll explain it after. So that's E-pogo. That's gonna save you like 40 seconds. I definitely recommend just learning it. I mean, you're here at the tutorial, so you might as well learn it. It doesn't take that long to learn. So fall, dash left, and then as soon as he shoots, you're gonna dash left into this wall and fall. And then move. I like to move left just a tiny bit. It doesn't really matter how much you move left, or if you move left at all, you can do it without. I think it makes it more lenient if you move left. Then my visual cue for when to go is this little spot, and I'll try to like look directly on top where my mouse is right now. That's my visual cue for when to jump, and you'll see it again right here. It's like this dark spot between 3 of the mushrooms. When the spore gets right on top of there, you're gonna jump, pogo, pogo, and you can just buffer the pogos and it'll work always. So I'll show you again. Move left. Oops, I didn't turn my alerts off. My apologies. I thought I did. Oh, it seems to... Anyway. I guess they will just remain on. That's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. But... So, yeah, that's all there is to the trick. I'll show it one more time. But it's pretty straightforward. I jumped a little bit early. And yeah, just continue. This room, there's a lot of ways to do it. All of them are within like 0.1 or 0.2 of each other, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But it's basically just dash, and you can jump, pogo dash, and up slash this guy, and just hug the wall and inventory drop. Then cancel your inventory, or your hard fall with the inventory drop, and dash left and mini hop. So the next room is Mantis Pogo. It's pretty straightforward. I've explained it before in another tutorial. I can link that in the description, but basically what you're gonna want to do is the trick starts. Well, okay, I'll just do the trick and then I'll explain it after. My apologies. That was a bit of a bad example because I didn't actually perform the strat correctly. But that is a way to back it up if you mess it up. Okay, that is a perfect example of the strat. So anyway, I will explain how it works. So there's a couple of visual cues you want to look out for. When you drop in, you just want to mini hop around here, dash as high as possible here. And this is where the trick starts. So, well, the trick starts when you aggro the first Mantis. You just want to dash as high as possible there. Let me show you. There is a spot behind this. So there's this little overhang. You want to fireball right in the middle of this overhang. And then after you fireball, you want to instantly dash up slash. And the visual cue for when to turn around and hit the lever is the right end of this door. So you can see there's like 2 doors here, or there's 3, but you want to turn around at the right edge of this door. And then wait till you hit the ground to get as much geo as possible and dash right if you hit the ground. And if the Mantis goes under the hut, that means you went too slow and you spent too much time in this room. If the Mantis is outside, you went too fast and didn't spend enough time in this room, meaning you usually turned around before you got to this point. If the Mantis is outside, you can still usually save it, which is exactly what I did the first example of me when I said I didn't do the trick how it was supposed to do. That backup is what I do when the Mantis doesn't go under, and it'll still work, but it's preferable to just do it correctly. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Then once you get to here, you're just gonna jump, hug the wall, pogo, dash, pogo, and then dash left. You can do, after the first pogo dash right, you can do 2 pogos and it'll be a lot easier. And it'll lose only like half a second or something. It's not that big of a deal. As long as you just hit it first try, you're gonna be fine for a while. But yeah, anyway, that's the trick. Once you hit this lever and you get to this point, I'm just gonna get these guys out of the way. This next part is called Mantis Early Control. So what this is gonna be is you're basically gonna lure the Mantis over so that he hits you out of this and you can quit out earlier. Because normally when you pick it up, you have to wait for like 9 seconds before quitting out or something. So you're gonna stand here, 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 and here, and you pick it up. And let me just reload the save state, and I'll go over when to go. That's pretty much the whole strat. There's not much more to it other than when to go. So my cue for when to go is when this entire Mantis has cleared this thing. You want his whole body to be to the left, so I'm gonna wait just a tiny bit longer, and then I'm gonna walk off to the left. Then my cue for this is when half of his body is past this line, this wall. So then you go here, and then once you see him at all, you're just gonna pick it up. And that'll work pretty much every time. I mean, of course, you want to walk off, dash left, dash right. There, I walked right. It'll still work sometimes, but make sure you dash. It'll always work better. The cue for when you can quit out is when the save symbol pops up. If you see any part of the save symbol, you can go. Don't try to anticipate it. Just wait and then quit out when you see the save symbol. And then you can quit out. I'm not going to quit out because I have bitch warp. And I'm going to warp to here. Okay, so now you have Mantis Claw. We're gonna make our way to Gruz Mother. I'm gonna get rid of my soul. Make our way to Gruz Mother. Same movement as before. You're just gonna go through these rooms. This room is also the same movement as before. Then this room is the same movement as before until you get to here. You're gonna make sure you get this jump off. You want to make if you neutral dash here if you need to, and then you're just gonna jump and neutral dash here if you need to as well. Make sure you don't get hit by this guy, but you're gonna want to up slash this guy and then just hold right. And ideally you don't want to land on this, but if you do, it's okay. So if you do land there, it's okay. Then just continue here. For this room, there's a cycle that's really easy to make. As long as you just want to neutral dash at the start of this room, and then start holding right, like that. That's really all there is to it. Not too difficult of a trick, or of a cycle to make. You can just rewind and watch again if you are confused, but yeah, just make sure you do the first dash in that room neutral, and you'll be good. This room can also be a bit annoying. This is the movement. You want to make sure you clear this when you dash and pogo, so delay your dash if you need to clear this little ledge. And that'll be so your dashes line up properly here. Then jump. And we're just grabbing the stag station real quick. By the stag station, you don't need to do a quick toll, or a fast toll, scurry look down, whatever you want to call it. You don't need to do it because you're just leaving the room. And I'll explain those later when we actually get to the king station toll. So for this room, make sure you do like a little mini hop before, just mini hop and jump, and you won't clip the ledge. You can also just walk and then dash, doesn't matter. Here you're gonna dash left and cancel it with an inventory, and then basically instantly close your inventory so you can hit this Aspid. Hit the Aspid. Hit the Jennifer twice. If you're low on Geo, you need at least 206 here. I don't know, I think my Geo's bugged and debugged, but you need 206 minimum. Ideally, you want more. If you don't have 206 and you're within 3, you kill this Jennifer. If you aren't within 3, you reset the run because you got owned by Geo somehow. Somewhere you missed something. But also, if you miss the Aspid or miss a different hit, you can hit this Jennifer 3 times to make up the soul because you really want 6 going into this room. This room, you're just going to dash a bunch. Once you get to here, dash. Then you're going to walk, dash once. And this is Gruz Mother. So it's a pretty straightforward fight. There's not much to it. You basically just want to null fireball, null fireball, null fireball, then... And I have an invincibility somehow, but we can pretend that I don't have an invincibility, apparently. Anyway. Do I have invincibility? Okay, no I don't. Sorry. So, I'll explain one more time. This is called nail canceling. We should have already been using it on Hornet, but basically this is the first major part where we actually use it other than Hornet, or actually Vengeful King. But so after you nail swing, this is the time between a nail swing. You can almost fit a fireball in. That's like how fast you can fireball. You can go like really fast. You can fireball really fast after a nail, and that's what we call a nail cancel. That's what you'll hear it referred to as most of the time. But basically, we're just going to do that 3 times as fast as we can on Gruz Mother. Then if Gruz Mother goes up, we can pogo her to make sure we don't stop hitting her. And it's just 6 hits no matter what. If she goes to the side, we're just going to up slash her or whatever. That's a bad example, but you can continue pogoing and just go all the way up. If Gruz Mother dies up here in the ceiling, her Geo will actually like get stuck behind these things. And what you can do is just jump and dash along the ceiling. If you don't get 50, just make sure you get 50. If you didn't get 50 and she died up here, dash along the ceiling. This is the cleanup. What I like to do is when I start seeing this rumble, I do jump, dash, jump, and then fireball. So jump, dash, jump, fireball. And that is pretty much just the law of RNG, but that tries to minimize it for what timing it perfectly. I'll show you the cleanup one more time and do this, and then I'll explain the wall cling storage. Actually, I'll explain it now because I'm going to do it. If I miss it, I at least want an explanation because... so basically how this works is you dash through a gate as it disappears, and it'll preserve your momentums. If you do this high up on this gate, you can basically get all the way down and preserve your dash momentum all the way down, like towards Salubra. And yeah, I'll just show you what it looks. I'll try to show you what it looks like if I can get it. You want to be on the left side of Gruz Mother when you kill her so that she flies to the right usually. And because you want to kill her so she's on the right. Also worth mentioning. So once she starts rumbling the 3rd time. The biggest thing with killing these guys is you really just want to fireball the top ones. That's the wall cling storage I was talking about. Then you want to bench before you go in Salubra. Then go talk to Salubra. But yeah, you really just want to focus on killing the top guys with the Gruzzers, because the top guys are the ones that are going to be the worst. Also, I'm sorry, it just occurred to me, 206 Geo is not the number going into Gruz Mother, it's the number before the stag, because you have to pay for the stag, but the Gruz Mother gives you 50, then you'll get 14 from the Gruzzers. So, 156 is the number going into Gruz Mother. 156 is how much Geo you need. Anyway, so now that you've bought Shaman Stone from Salubra, we're going to leave, and then we're just going to dash left. Dash left, dash left. If he's here, you're just going to damage tank to the right after with like a little mini hop, and that's perfect RNG. That's exactly what you want every time. Talk to Sly. If he's not, if that first guy is on the right, don't, instead of dashing, just do a mini hop and damage tank the left side of him. So then we're just going to dash right into this first guy, and then just dash into this guy. And we're just going to die. Anywhere to the right of this, I can't show, but the door. If you're on top of the door to that the rightmost hut, you'll be fine. So this is a shade skip. It's pretty straightforward. I'll show you what my setup is. You basically just dash left, up slash, then dash all the way to this wall, full jump, slide down at once, and then go. Here we got a shade fireball, so unlucky, we just lose time, but normally that would work. I try to poke the side of him. So yeah, I just dash in until I get to the corner, and then full jump, slide down at once, and then jump back up and jump and dash left. And that'll work. And yeah, so dash into this next room. This is the Blue Lake wall cling storage. If you want, you can just dash, jump, dash, dash, and just dash across Blue Lake with jump dashes. But this is the faster version. The other one's not worth explaining because it's very straightforward. So jump down here. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to want to jump, jump into here and on your way up so that you don't wall cling. You want to go neutral. So //, then / a 3rd time, then dash. And what that's going to do is that's going to put you in a really precise position where you're super close to the wall but not touching it. And for some reason that will give you wall cling storage. So what you're going to do is neutral jump. So I would have wall cling storage right now, but you're going to want to neutral jump and move to the right. After you neutral jump, you need to do the neutral jump first, then move to the right, and then dash right and start holding left during your first dash. So I'll show that. Holding left, right? That entire time after the first dash, I'm holding left. And once you get into the water, you're going to do a big wall cling storage, or a big jump and dash, and then just little ones across the rest, like minimum height. Basically pressing them almost at the same time, jump and dash. And this will preserve your wall cling storage all the way across. If you do it correctly, you should end up landing about here, and then you can jump and do it again. But if you hit the wall, you're going to lose it. And this will save up to a second if you do it like perfectly. Otherwise, you're saving like 0.5, so don't worry about it if you can't get it. This room, dash, dash, jump and grab this. I don't need hitboxes on. For this, don't frame greed this at all. Just jump and hit the lever as high as possible. Then wall jump off there and dash left once. But yeah, you can hit levers through walls, and we're going to do that in a much more important area later. So yeah, don't land. If you land on like the first frame you touch the ground, you interact with this thing, you're gonna get a soft lock, so just don't do that. Or don't like interact with it on the last frame if you're dash as well. There's a lot of things we don't know exactly how the soft locks cause, but just try to make sure you're not doing anything else when you interact with it other than like walking. For this, you just mash through. Match for this text, and then click to wake up, and then as soon as you wake up, you're gonna dash off. Doesn't matter if you dash right or left, and open inventory to inventory drop. The reason we do that is because the game thinks, oh, he fell off the first time, let's spawn the moth quicker, so he doesn't have to wait the full time. So this spawns the moth quicker if you fall off immediately, and also conveniently pauses the timer because it has to reload the room. So for Dream Dash, I'm going to show Dream Dash. You don't have to do it if you don't want. You can just jump up the platforms, but that doesn't need a demonstration. This is Dream Dash. I wait here, and when the moth gets to like up in the top right of the screen, I jump, and at the top of my dash, I'm going to dash. It'll corner correct me onto the second platform, and then jump. And this is where I stand between these two things. And then you just continue and dash. So I'm just going to do all of Dream Plats, and you can just try to replicate it on your own. If you don't, obviously you would just jump up normally. Oops. And then jump to here and dash. Oops. Anyway, you get to here. And then I'm just going to do the rest of Dream Plats, and you can try to replicate it on your own. It doesn't really need much explaining. You just kind of practice it. And then just smash that dialogue and grab the stream now. So what's going to happen here is we're going to open our menu and then immediately dash out of the room after we close it, and that'll save like 3 seconds getting out of the room before we actually have to wake up. So after we grab Dream now, this is called Seer Skip. And there's an important thing I'll show after. My computer's a little wonky, so I'm never actually fully laying down when I leave the room. So we're going to pause, unpause, and dash out. So I'm always getting up here. Normally, for most people, though, you're going to be laying down when you leave this room. And then you're just going to drop. If you're laying down, you won't have to open your inventory. You'll just automatically drop. If you aren't laying down, though, like me, you just open your inventory. It's the exact same speed. However, if you're laying down, make sure you turn left once you fall off this thing. Once you get over this ledge, turn left, because that will prevent you from randomly getting an infinite load 5 minutes later into the run. So just turn left. The way you'll know you're good is if the save symbol appears in the bottom right. And it already happened before I paused, but yeah, you want to make sure the save symbol appears in the bottom right, and you're good. Just dash out of this room. This is not much explaining to do. This room, dash, 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 mini hop into the transition. Then this room, dash, 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 and then delay this dash, because if this guy's here, you don't want to like accidentally fall down here or dash into him. So delay this last dash so that you make it to here. Then only hit this guy if he won't take any time, like if you don't have to go out of your way. If you have to go out of your way to hit him, don't hit him. But always go for it because it's like a free soul hit. So don't make sure you're not on the wall or like jumping on the wall when this elevator goes down. Otherwise, you'll lose your claw and you have to quit out in King Station. Lose like 10 seconds. Not worth it. Also, if you soft lock, well, it's kind of a soft lock, but you just have to quit out. If you don't know to quit out, then your run is over. But yeah, basically, don't be on the walls. Just stand in the middle of the elevator. Don't mess around. When this gate opens, you can wall cling storage to get over here. Just dash through the gate. It's not really that big of a time save though. This room, I'm just going to do it. Always mini hop there. Don't dash off in inventory. Hit this guy once. Hit the lever. Try to avoid taking damage here, but you just need 2 fireballs. I did not equip Shaman Stone. Worth noting that you need to equip Shaman Stone after dying and when you wake up. You're supposed to equip Shaman Stone. My apologies. I don't know how I forgot that, but yeah. You can actually open your menu and equip Shaman Stone without losing time. So, do this. Yeah, after you die and when you're waking up, you equip Shaman Stone. Might be kind of, like, important. Skip these guys, you don't want to kill them. And yes, I know some old guides, I'm sure Fire's Guide might say to react and kill them, but it's better have figured out the geo-routing, so it's just not good to kill those guys in most situations. It's better to just always skip them. They can be kind of annoying to skip sometimes, especially because your HP matters. But yeah, normally you don't want to take this bench, but because I forgot to equip Shaman Stone, I'm going to real quick. But the movement for this room is dash, 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 jump, dash. And that last dash is neutral, and then you do that. You can wall jump on the way up after pogoing that, and that's what you kind of want to aim to do. If you don't want to do that, pogo, which I'd recommend learning because I find it much more comfortable than doing this. If you can barely grab that wall, then you have to pogo 3 times instead of 2. Grab this relic, dash right. Try not to grab this wall on the way down because it actually loses like 0.1 to just doing what I did there. But try to brush against it. Then dash out of this room. There's 2 positions here that this guy can be in. This is one of them, and that's what you want to do to deal with it. The other position is on the right. I will try to get the RNG where he's on the right so I can actually demonstrate. Here it is. Go neutral for a second and just pogo dash over him. It's much easier than it looks. It's actually really easy. I think I've only messed that up 1 time in my history of running this game. So, basically, just continue. There's a visual cue, dash, and then this spot right here is where you want to dash. This dark spot that I'm standing on top of. This is where you want to dash your second time, and you'll always be able to pogo. Gorgeous Husk, or the Husk walk to the left, but you'll always be able to pogo the Husk. You're just going to pogo them for a soul. So dash, dash again here, and you'll always be able to pogo. This guy can run randomly, but just try to don't fall there because you're going to lose like 15 seconds for getting up or something. A lot of time. And this is the Gorgeous Husk room. Let me make sure I don't have Infinite Soul. Okay. So, as soon as you enter this room, you're going to Fireball. And if he doesn't, that first guy doesn't die, you need to hit him twice with your nail. But you're going to dash once into here. After your first dash, you're going to Fireball. And then whether that doubles or not, you'll hear. But basically, what you're going to do is / ups, and this is different from Fire's Guide because we've figured out faster ways to kill Gorgeous Husk. So, / up / left / again, and double. Then we're gonna do the same thing 3 times. Left / up / right / double. And then do it again to the left. And if this fireball right here doubled, that'll kill. If it didn't double, we're just gonna shoot an extra fireball at the end. So I'll show you that didn't double. / up / left / double. And that should have doubled. I think it's because I paused, but normally we just shoot an extra fireball. It's a bit messy of a fight, but you get the idea. It's fireball to start, and then fireball. So you're gonna do 4 hits, fireball, 4 hits, fireball, 4 hits, fireball, and if the first one doubled, it'll kill. If the first one didn't double, you just shoot another fireball, and you'll always have extra soul because you got 4 hits each time, so you'll always have enough for another fireball. Anyway, try to make sure you get all 420 geo, or at least like 410 at minimum. I usually get around 415. Just dash left, grab that wall, and go in here. This room, you're just gonna pogo dash over all of these guys. This next room is where we're gonna get the rest of our geo, or the rest of our geo for this split. You walk in, you're just gonna fireball. and walk left until you grab the biggest one, and then hit the lever and walk right. Or dash right. Now this room can be pretty difficult, so I'm going to save state at the start of it. This is the lever skip, so start by doing this. And I'll just demonstrate once and I'll plan. Okay, my bad. Anyway, I'll explain now and then I'll show the dark room after. I accidentally wall-cling storage myself in the wrong direction. So, the movement here, the fastest movement, and yes, I know about the elevator wall-cling storage, it is slower. 2 wall jumps, dash right, jump, pogo, and grab this. So, then you're gonna, after you wall jump here, you're gonna pogo, then pogo this, and dash right. And this is where the hardest part of the room starts. So, let me explain. See these silver notches in the walls? What you're going to do is dash between the very bottom of the wall and the first silver notch right here. You're going to want to dash right here. Then you're going to do 4 full wall jumps on the wall until you hit the ceiling and you're going to up slash. Then immediately, without going back to the right wall, as soon as you up slash, you're going to dash left, pogo this guy, and then just wall jump off the left wall, pogo again, and then you're going to do the dark room. The dark room is jump, dash, dash, jump, jump. And I can show that with hitboxes on first. Actually, I can just turn on hitboxes so that you can see this whole string done. That's what you're going to want to do every time. And I'll show it one more time real quickly. Dark room will take you some practice. It's okay. I'll show you a baby strat if you want to do it. Apologies again for the alert box. I'll fix that for the second half of the video. So this is the normal strat again, and then you just do another jump. If you want to, you can just dash to the right side of the room until you hit the wall, then jump, wall jump, move left, and dash, or jump. For this room, the strat is jump, up slash, dash, up slash. And if you want 3 hits of soul, you can do a third one and try to grab this wall to refresh your dash. But usually you're gonna have full soul here. And I don't need hitboxes anymore. What I do for this elevator, we can ignore this guy exists. But what I do for this elevator is as soon as I hit it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then dash left. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dash right. Fireball this 1, 2, 3, and that's the fastest movement. And then you're gonna do this mini hop here. Oops, sorry. After you hit this, you're gonna do this mini hop. What most people tend to do is just dash left and then fall. I haven't practiced the mini hop much because it's very recent. But yeah, you can just dash left twice and then fall. Anyway, once you get to here, you should have 6, 7, 9 soul. If you don't, it's okay, but that's normally what you want to have. Then you're gonna want to fight Watcher Knights. I will not be going over that. I will link Fireborn's video in the description if you want to fight Watcher Knights and learn that fight, which I highly recommend. It's a very important part of the run. So yeah. Anyway, after you fight them, this gate will open, and you're gonna jump and just jump up here, and then dash left 3 times, jump, jump, and turn left in the transition. Then this part, you're gonna up slash, and then jump. Make sure you jump after you up slash, then just climb this wall. Then here's a wall jump. A lot of people like to go to the right wall, but you can actually just neutral wall jump right here and make it up like that. You don't actually have to go to the right wall. It's a lot slower to go to the right wall. I think it's like almost, it's like 0.5 or something. I don't know, but this is like really easy time save. The visual cue is directly across from the floor that this third statue is on. So you see the first statue as you're going up, 1, 2, 3. Then you want to make sure your jump is directly across from this floor right here, and it'll always work. You don't even have to press right at all. You just let go of left for that 1 wall jump and continue. Go over, kill Lurian. This part's pretty straightforward. Don't fall. You can't actually wall cling to any of those walls. Kill Lurian in the middle. I've heard it saves time. I cannot confirm that, but it doesn't hurt. So might as well kill Lurian in the middle. I heard it saves like 0.3 to standing on the edge. then dash, dash, hit this lever as you go by, inventory drop here, make sure you don't cancel it too early, then dash right, you can pogo dash that, and then cancel within inventory. Then, in this room, we're just going to go left, dash left until we hit this lever from max range, try to get all the geo, check the left side, right side of this chest, then get into here. Then you have two options here. The first option is like this, and you just grab this. That's like the normal thing most people do. You can save like 0.1 if you do this, but obviously it's a little bit harder. Not too hard though. If you miss it, and you can just wall jump and you're losing like, I don't know, 0.1 maybe. It's like plus 0.1, minus 0.1. I never really miss it because it's not too difficult. But anyway, you grab this, mini hop around, dash to the right, cancel the end of your dash with that. Normally Watcher Knights will not start spawning. I will leave the room. That's only because I skipped them on the way in. But let me return to the edge of the Watcher Knight arena before they have spawned. So anyway, once you get to here, you're just gonna mini hop and fall, and then dash back to the right, hit this, and then hold left, dash, dash. You can get an up slash on that guy usually, and then just dash. Sometimes that big guy, the big shield guy, can actually be blocking the wall, the transition, so you need to just like damage tank him and then pogo and dash at the very top of the transition and get in. My PB, my 3252 actually gets that and has to try to get over him into the transition. I lose about a second. It's really annoying. But anyway, this room, dash 7 times. And once you get to like here, you're just gonna, you'll be short on the 7th dash, just walk forward and hit it. It's faster than doing an 8th dash. And then you can walkling storage this. This room, you can neutral dash, and then just move left in inventory, and then hit this. Dash left. Use the elevator to lift you up, excuse me. The elevator will start giving you fall speed to make you go up, and then hit this lever as soon as possible. Jump left, and there's a couple things you can do here. This is the normal thing people do, but there's a bit riskier of a strat you can do here with a walkling storage, where you move left, and once you hit this elevator, what you're gonna do is you're going to walkling storage off the side of this, and this will take a bit of an explanation, so fast forward if you're not going to do this, but this will save about 0.3 if you do it perfectly. So what's basically going to happen is as the elevator is moving down, we're going to hold left and dash left into this. And what that's going to do is that's going to give us walkling storage. Then before the elevator gets all the way down, we're going to do a neutral jump and then hold left. And then we'll have walkling storage at that point. And then we're just gonna hold left the whole time and just dash to the right, which you'll see. I'm holding left the whole time. And that was a very unoptimal version. I don't usually go for this in runs. I used to, but I dropped it when I was going for 32. I might re-implement it again, but it's not too difficult. This is what you want it to look like optimally. Anyway, this room, you just talk to Lim, dash 3 times. Not much to go over here. After you dash all the way back in this room, hit this, and dash right. Talk to Lim. You're gonna sell all 3 relics that you gathered throughout the run. This is just mashing. Mash, jump, nail, and heal are the 3 buttons to mash if I haven't already mentioned it. Some people, for some reason, there's like a select 3 people in the community that I've only actually heard of 2. There might be more. People in the community who, for some reason, their Dream Nail button progresses dialogue. No one's figured it out. For some reason, no one cares either. I don't know why. But yeah, I know at least one of them doesn't actually use it to progress dialogue, so I don't really care that much. But yeah, jump, nail, and heal are the main ones. Check if Dream Nail works for you as well. And anyway, dash left, mini hop here, and then just continue out. And this is where we're gonna collect more of our geo. Just fireball there. And then this room, I'll show you the strat, because normally what you're going to do is just pogo and dash over all of these guys, but I'll show you the strat if you have really low geo. The number we're aiming to hit is 2322, but we can get more in the next room, and if we have 23 like 1x, we're going to be fine, because you can get a geo rock after Hera really late on. But anyway, I'll show you the strat real quick for how to kill these guys really fast. And sometimes that'll double, sometimes it won't, and that's what you're going to want to do. But anyway, normally you just pogo dash over those guys. This room, do 4 dashes. On your 4th one, you're going to buffer a jump out of it, and you can actually dash twice over this guy. And this is called an airwalk. I'm going to give a quick explanation on this too, so fast forward if you don't care. But basically, when you dash and you jump out of a dash, there's a seam right here in the ground. So see the seam in the ground right here? What you're going to do is when you dash over this seam and then jump, buffer or jump out of the dash, the game thinks you're still on the ground. And because the game thinks you're still on the ground, you'll get a walking animation. And when you dash, the game thinks you're dashing off the ground, which means you get your dash back. So this is how I dashed twice over this guy. This will only save time if the guy is on the left. If the guy is not on the left, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't lose any time, but I'll show you here. Hopefully he's on the left again. Either way, you dash twice. Yeah, that'll save just a tiny bit of time. Then this is where I normally gather geo. Sometimes this guy can be mean and be on top of it, but here, after walking just a tiny bit in the room, we're gonna dash, and you can buffer a jump out of it, and this will save a tiny bit of time. So just like that, and you can make that jump up to here. If you don't want to go for that, you just dash, and then jump, and do that. Otherwise, if you do hit the jump, this will save not very much time. Oops, my apologies. As I said, it's a pretty difficult jump to make. You're just gonna do this. And that last one has to be neutral. So here, I'm gonna explain the scurry look down or fast hole, however you want to say it. This will not work on 1 health. There's a version where you turn around, but I don't fully understand it yet. So this is what we normally do. So after you hit yes, you're just gonna hold down and release down once you see your character fully finish his looking down animation. So, and then after we look down the first time, we're gonna repress down, and when the toll fully goes into the ground, we're gonna let go of it. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. Let me set a save state before so I can do it again if I need to show. Look down, and then re-look down again, and then it'll instantly pop up. The second part is only relevant, it just makes it a tiny bit faster. This can save a couple decimals. It's pretty worth it. There's no risk in doing the second look down. It's completely risk-free, so it's always worth going for. And it also makes the hitbox appear instantly. So not only does the sprite come up faster, but the hitbox actually appears quicker. Normally, if you don't do it, this is how fast it's going to go. It's a bit slower. And see, the hitbox appears really late, so it's a bit annoying. But yeah, getting this, making sure that toll's entirely in the ground, and then doing a second look down. As soon as it's fully in the ground, then you can instantly hit the bell, and that'll save you. It's a decent amount of time. Anyway, make sure you at least do the first one. All of the stags in this in this run are 1 down, and then hit enter, or your jump button or whatever. So now we're just gonna dash left twice, jump, hit this lever, and leave. Then make sure you bench before you get Lantern, because we split at Lantern, and the ComSobs, if you want to compare your times to ComSob, which are the community's best splits, there's a sheet for that, and the ComSob benches in the split before. It doesn't actually matter, it's the same speed, so if you don't care, you can go for it, bench whenever, but the ComSob does bench before, so just keep that in mind. To get the bench optimally, you're going to jump, and jump dash again, and now we arrive at the Lumafly Lantern. You're going to menu down, grab Lumafly Lantern, and just buy it. And that concludes the first half of the any percent tutorial. And I will link the second half of the any percent tutorial in the description. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.